Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're looking at Apple and Tesla on the daily, weekly, monthly time frames using technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. If you like these videos, go to my website, sign up, or click down here in the bottom right hand corner and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And guys, you subscribe, you get the live stream alert. Come by, check us out. If you like what you see, sign up. It's $30 a month, guys. It's nothing. We've been kicking ass and taking names here, guys. All right, so Apple. $3.23 down, 14 cents down after hours, 27 million shares traded, 1.81% red on the day. So on the daily time frame, guys, great support. I mean, on all the time frames we have good support, but we still have a gap fill down here, and we have some good pivot right around 170 to 168 with this low pivot here. I'm going to explain this. Went up, retraced, tried it again, retraced, and then broke out. So when you get those retraces, try it again, retrace, try it again, that becomes great support. We're also at the 618, which is the green line. So another area, 170.16, that is some major support. 618 is one of the bigger Fibonacci levels. We also have this at gap window, and you also have a gap fill down here. So we're going to have to see what this gives us next week. But we are into some support here, guys. We're so close to gap fill, I can't see why we wouldn't. All right, so if this thing starts to bounce, bulls, listen up. You got to recapture gap fill, trend line, and you got to get above the moving averages. Until then, guys, I'm not that bullish on Apple. All right, if it gets above, if it starts coming back up here, I mean, right now we're still in a channel. I mean, the channel's getting wider. We had it here. We had the low here. We talked about this pivot. If we do crack below that, most likely lower prices go into gap window, gap fill, and that's exactly what we're doing. As the overall markets, the SPY, the IWM are slowly bleeding, all right? Keep an eye on Apple. Let's see if we could get this bounce here. If we cannot, the 20 MA will still curl in the price, guys. If the 20 MA does end up coming in, kissing one of these candles, that could be the wick to set these things lower, all right? But if it does come down, this somehow, somewhere gets a bid, comes right back above, pops above the 20, gets above the 200, starts filling gaps, gets above this. We still have gap to fill up here. Tons of resistance. But if we somehow, somewhere get above $200, fill the gap, then higher prices, I think, will end up filling this gap, all right? But until, if we keep chopping around down here, guys, this is exactly what you want to see if you're bearish on this one. Gosh, we had it from here short, and we took a couple bucks, and I'll tell you the story every time. We should have held it. I was just so, man, when we got the bounce, or if it was holding this pivot here, it was almost, you still had a gap fill right there too as well. And it was just like, gosh, you know what? Let's see if we could get to 222 and then the down move. And of course, that's what we waited patiently. One thing I'm going to tell you guys, though, as traders, go small on these. Go small on Tesla. Money management is key right now in these markets, period. If you cannot take losses, all right, or if you can't handle not keeping the position small, then don't trade at all, guys. Just stay away from the markets, all right? These are a little bit news-driven right now. We had the Mexico tariffs out of the blue yesterday. Boom, sending the markets down 354 on the Dow. So we can open up on Monday, guys, to another bloodbath. Just make sure you're taking small positions, period. All right, let's go to the weekly. Going a little bit slower on these guys. Same thing, 175, that's your area. You're still in the brown around the 50% retrace, a little bit under now though. Weekly chart, a little bit uglier. You're back below the 50 and the 20 MA. We got a little bit of follow through here. When you close below the MAs and then you close below the last candle on the weekly, a little bit weaker, guys. Here's your gap fill down here, and there's that pivot around that 170, 168, 50 area. All right, if we crack that, 160, and I'm telling you, we're going to 150 real quick. Markets dump. This might not even hold. We might go lower. So keep an eye on that, because if this thing's selling, markets are selling, SPY, IWM, everything's dumping, it's just going to keep going, guys. That's it. And that's just the way it is, because people don't understand it. As the markets are dropping, everyone's like, why does Apple keep going? Well, it's because everything's dumping. Period. If the SPY starts catching a bid and starts ripping towards 300, these will go up, guys. It's as simple as that. And we had a nice retrace, another nice retrace. Where does this one stop before we go up? That's the question. I'm thinking more 170-ish area. But, if you're trying to buy this dip, just say, here's an example. If you have a $100,000 account, your max position should be 10 grand. Right now, you may be going with 2, just to have something. If you get a 10% move with $2,000, you make $200. good enough, guys. Smaller accounts, that's what you get. You take the money and run. You start with 2. Goes down to 170, 168 area. Go with another 2 grand. Now you're at 4 grand. You get a 10% move, which you could on this one, guys, easily. All right, that now we're at $400, maybe even a little bit more if it goes a little higher, right? But now you're still okay. Only $4,000, not a huge deal. Starts going to 160 or the 750, a little bit more. As long as you're starting to add slow and steady, say another 2. Now you're in with 6 grand. Your average price, 174, 160, maybe around 167-ish area. Still okay. If we get a bounce, Apple's going to 220, guys. 167's not bad. But the markets drop one more time. This is your pretty much last line of defense. You do the 4,000 down in here, guys. And if it doesn't bounce, keeps going, you get the hell out. That's it. You don't load it up here. Yeah, Apple pulled back, whatever. What is it, 75, 25, 30, $40? And I was like, oh my gosh, it's got to go up. No, it doesn't. That's why I teach my members, guys, slow and steady on these. If you're going to do 20,000, then it's more like 5,000, 5,000. Or I'd even keep it at 2,500, 2,500. Well, 20,000, I'd go a little bit more. And that's how it's slow and steady, guys. High flyers, same thing. Low flyers, same thing. Markets are erratic right now. It was easy for 10 years. Buy the dip, everything goes up. Now it's buy the dip a little bit and sell the rips. so just go slow. You don't want to get your ass kicked, and then you're sitting there going, damn. Been there, guys. Been there. Plenty of times. Monthly chart too, guys. Big red candle. That will lead to lower prices. Look at this one. So we get up here, big red candle, little up move, big red candle. Goes right back in, major area, 215, right back down. So this one almost equals that. Takes out almost 2 months of gains, guys. That's ugly. Got to get back above the moving averages. Got to get going. Market sell. Here's your area. That gives out, I'm telling you, 120 right here. I've been saying 120 for a long time, ever since this thing was going up. There's a huge gap there, and it's got to fill. If it gets filled, we might get the rally. But if that thing gives out, guys, we're going to have to see what the overall markets are doing. That's a big area, though, right in here. Even gap window around 130 to 120 right in here, if the 140 area cracks. But that's how you do it, guys. Like Tesla, everyone's getting killed in that. Strict money managed on that, you're still getting killed, but not as bad. And no more than 10% of your total portfolio, period. Easier to handle the emotions. I'm seeing on Stock Twitch a bunch of emotional bulls on Tesla. They're just ripping their hair out, to be honest with you. So this one, let's see what we get next week. Markets go higher, this should grind. Markets go lower, this will grind lower. It's a market trade right now, guys. All right, Tesla. And we're doing the monthlies because, of course, it's the end of the month. All right, let's go to the daily on Tesla. 306 down, a little bit up after hours. 10 million shares traded and 1.63%. It's just funny, guys. Everyone's like, just wait, it's next week. Just wait, it's next week. Tesla's going to rip the bears' heads off. And, man, they got them programmed for years, guys. Buy the dip, go straight up. Buy the dip, go straight up. Buy the dip. But even then, none of the bulls sold. Every time we got to 350, 360, I would sell. Take some profits. Every time. 100-point moves on Tesla. Same thing with this, guys. If you're trying to buy the dip, you got to try at least at certain key levels. Daily, you can't really see them, but we'll get in. What I'm seeing now, though, we're almost to the 180 area, just like I said, 178 too, and there is a gap fill at 165. We'll go to the bigger time frame. But this is looking a little bit tired to the downside, guys. I mean, it's starting to get a little tighter down here, almost making a little rounded bottom. We'll have to see. It doesn't mean we wake up Monday to a disaster, more tariffs, and we're tanking again. It's going to take everything lower, guys, period. And I'm going to drill that in your heads because people don't get that market trade stuff. I don't get why, Apple had good earnings. Markets are down 800. Why is Apple down? Well, because the markets are down 800. It's a market trade, guys. So this one coming up to some more resist or more support. It's almost there again. It was here. The only place we got the good bounce was right there. I think this was production numbers. We were short, and then that was it. We bought calls here. We tried calls here, We bought more calls here. I'm trying like you guys, but what I'm teaching my members, it's a couple $100, guys. 500 here, 500 there. We made good money on this. I know you guys watching my videos, I made good money here. That's what I'm using to try to go long again in Tesla. They're just beating us down. And thank God I'm at least trying down in here. Most bulls are trying up in here. 300, 250, 220, and it's just like, why is this thing going lower? It's just because it never should have been this high. I mean, we retraced back here. Let me go to the weekly. We retraced back to the Model 3 news. This was the Model 3 news right here. Straight up. Should have never, ever done that. That was the most bullshit move I've ever seen. But again, instead of squeezing the Bulls' heads off, they're squeezing the Bears' heads off. Now guess what, guys? Same move, squeezing the Bulls' heads off. Same shit. They're giving pain to both sides, guys. Tesla doesn't care. Stock market doesn't care about anybody. They just care about making money. Now this one, weekly chart. Look at these big red candles. But you do have 4. And you can see even on the week, you see how it's kind of slowing down too right in here. So we'll see. Sometimes they don't let it go into key areas because that's where all the technical guys are watching. They'll stop it short and bounce it up. And that's why we're taking stabs at this. I mean, even in a June call, guys, just getting the beat down on that. I don't have a ton of options, guys. I'm keeping it right around the, couple grand, if that. I have a big account, guys. Couple grand to me is like going to the freaking casino and just... Here you go. I'm going to just stop by and make a donation, So, but if I could go to the casino, if I could lose $3,000, great. I'm going to go in a trade. If I can't lose it, I'm not doing it. That's the question you have to ask yourself. When you're walking into the Vegas casino, if you can't lose $200, then you can't lose $200 in the Wall Street casino, guys. Period. And then make your position smaller. Again, like Tesla, like Apple, buy the dip, that's fine. But no, say if you're going to do a $10,000 position, maybe at 240 start. Maybe at 200 start. Maybe wait for the 180. All right, we're just starting to get interested in this one. We did here at this key support. That's why we bought those calls. Look at that. I mean, that's a hell of a trend line, guys. You got to step up there. And it was funny, a lot of my members were like, you're getting out of Tesla? No way. I know it's like an 80% return. And still, if you $1,000, you just made $800 on this trade. What's wrong with that, guys? I'm out. That's it. Thank you. And everyone's like, oh, man, Bookie, I don't know. That could be the bottom. Look at that. No, it wasn't. And that's why, boom, we're in, we're out. And then we tried. And now we're stuck in a June. If this thing makes a move, we'll be all right. But, man, just killing it. And if it hits 178, guys, I'll do another call position. That's what I do. I'm a technical trader. And every support area, I'm buying calls. Or this time, though, guys, if this thing keeps going lower, I'm going to start buying shares just to keep it a little more simple. And I'll do no more than a 10% position of my total portfolio. If I start buying shares, most likely 178. I'll probably do it at 165 if it goes down there. There's another gap fill here. And then 150 to 145. I'll get my average price right around hopefully 160 or so. Maybe in the 150s would be nice. I'm trying to be real patient with the shares, guys. And then, it will bounce. You'll get that $50 bounce, $40. And if I get a $50 bounce, I'm looking for a 10% move. I'll look for a $20 bounce, $30 bounce, if that. And then if it goes 20 bounce, I'll take half off, guys, put a break even in. If it comes back down, I'm out. That's it. We've been doing a lot of scalping in the intraday stuff. And man, just killing it, guys. We had SPY puts yesterday. Killed it. We had them at 95 cents. They went to like 280. We shorted puts today. we even bought Amazon calls for some nice profits today. In and out. Thank God. We had these calls at 550 the average price. I think they almost went to 950. We were out at like 880. And then right now, guys, they were 531s. They expired at 0. Damn, we should have shorted them, actually. We should have shorted the calls, but my gosh, they went from $9 to 0, guys. We were out of that trade. Thank God we weren't, hold it. Maybe it could go higher, and then Amazon reversed. Not to go off subject or anything, guys, but I'm just saying, right now it's take profits and run. Run for the hills, guys. Overall, though, next area right here, 180. If that gives out, guys, we will most likely be going to 150. So I'm trying to be patient with the shares. Calls, I'm going small, under $1,000. Maybe I'll go a little bit more. I don't, to disclose my size position means nothing to you guys. What I have with my account, again, means nothing with you guys. So, but what I like to teach is if you have a tiny account, $5,000, $10,000, couple $100 at the most. I know if you buy, different strikes in the monies are super expensive right now, then that's not the trade for you. Sometimes, or you get in it, if you make the quick 100, 200, get the hell out. That's how you have to treat these markets right now. You make that profit, get out. Never look back, wait for lower prices, or wait for the retrace and short it again. Either way, guys. So weekly, we're coming into that area. That's pretty much it. Sorry, I'm rambling on. Had a great day, had a great live session today, guys. We had a lot of fun. Here it is on a bigger time frame. And look at all this support, guys. Man, this chopping around. I talk about that all that chop, consolidation before the pop, that's all support. And we're ripping through it like it's nothing. That's talking to us, guys. So for all you guys who stuck around for 15 minutes, this one's saying, hey, it could possibly go to 118 or 100. You get bars like this, guys, that's ugly action. All right, and even see how they stopped it short too. Everyone's dying. Come on, they can't wait for the 178 area, 180. Got to get in, go all in. Look at that. That's ugly, ugly. Below the MAs now, starting to curl down in the price. Man, this one's bizarre. I mean, I consulted a guy a while back, and he was always telling me this was a huge scam. This company bleeding cash, raising capital, bleeding cash, just like it's nothing. Then Elon tweeting. He tweeted every time he tweeted this thing. He's not tweeting anymore. Guess what, guys? One tweet, short squeeze. No more. He wrote a beautiful letter the other day. Didn't mean shit, guys. They're taking him out. Sometimes guys like that, Wall Street will say, all right, you know what, we're gonna teach you a little bit about Wall Street right now. You know, that's why these people that say they're gonna make the rich people pay, make Wall Street pay, that's a bad idea, guys. Wall Street will take everybody out. Where's everyone's 401ks, guys? It's all on Wall Street. They want everyone to pay, they'll send everything down, guys. So right now, big support coming up. So Tesla bulls, if you're all in, you know, from up here, I can't really help you. But the guys who are trying to buy down here, I mean, still, you know, it's hard to say what's going to happen with this. Next week, we start a new month, and maybe it reverses and goes right back up. Great. I have a call position. But if it keeps going down, then I'll start adding with shares. Just easier to handle, guys. It takes a little more money to do it, but I don't care. You know, I'm short shares across the board on the SPY, the IWM, the IYT. Just make it easier. I still do a lot of intraday stuff with puts with the SPY, but if the markets keep grinding down, guys, I'm still in positions. Great, and I'll still making money short and long during intraday action, guys. Don't really care. All right, guys, that's it for these two. Just take a breather, go out, enjoy life a little bit over the weekend, and let's see what we get next week. If this thing continues down, the SPY and everything, these are all going lower, guys. So if the markets catch a bid, markets should, these two should go up. Markets start to dump still, these will be going down, unfortunately. So sorry, bulls. I wanted to be the burden of bad news, but my gosh, this is the beatdown, and they're taking every bull out that's ever made money on this thing. I mean, just think if you bought on the Model 3. You're like, yeah, almost 400, I'm the best. And now you're right back to break even. That was what? 2.5 years ago? 2017? Yeah, no, a year and a half. Year and a half ago, guys, you're back to break even. Unbelievable. Who would have thought, huh? All right, guys, that's it for this one. I'm going to make some more videos over the weekend, so take a look at those. Don't forget to like it, and really don't forget to subscribe, guys. Come to the live sessions. Check it out. If you like them, come by. StockBookie.com, $30 a month, guys. We've been kicking ass and taking names. All right, thanks again for watching. I really do appreciate it. God bless. See you on the charts.